Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the DIYs today. So here's an idea for you. How about recreating your family out of these Dollar Tree canvases in snowman form? So I have quite a large family and it cost me around $6. It kind of depends on what you have in hand to recreate my family. I bought several packages of these little Dollar Tree canvases that come 3 to a pack, and I also bought one that's a little bit larger that comes 2 to a pack. I bought some extras just in case I made a mistake on the face. I bought these Dollar Tree wood planks that are meant to hang, and I removed all the hanging twine. I then took some of these Dollar Tree wood planks that I had on hand, and I hot glued one where my two larger wood planks met, and also a couple on the sides and in the middle there, just to add some stability because this wood is so thin. I then proceeded to draw snowman faces on all of my canvases. Now, I'm not a great freehander, but I wanted these to look whimsical and fun. If you do not want to freehand these, you could go on Cricut and just search snowman face. They have some really cute options, but I just did mine all a little bit different and fun. I just put the eyes in the mouth, and then I took another paint pen, just created some little dots in the eyes. I used my orange paint pen to create the carrot nose, and I believe these paint pens are from Walmart. I just put a couple of lines in there with my Sharpie, and this is one of the little grown-up snowmen. So for my boy snowman, I'm going to be using this buffalo check black and white fabric that I purchased in a roll at Dollar Tree. I just cut a little piece. I was just measuring how much I needed there, and then I make sure it's above my little snowman's eyes. I fold it around to the back and glue both sides down. I then run a tiny bead of hot glue where the fabric meets for the rest of the hat, so it is all together. Then it scrunches up better when I go and kind of fold it accordion style and then tie it with a piece of twine or a double piece of twine. I did each one a little bit different. If the hat is a little saggy at the top, you can go ahead and glue that fold down. This one I think I glued that little fold at the top down, but then I did my girl snowman, which is me, with red and black buffalo check, which I also found at Dollar Tree, and I put a little bow on her head with Dollar Tree ribbon. I recreated a snowman in the smaller canvas size for each of my children, and I put everyone's initial there at the bottom so everyone would know who they are. Then I took my two plank signs and stained them with Waverly Antique Wax by rubbing it on and off with a baby wipe, so that any gaps between my snowmen would look finished and pretty. I spaced my snowmen out exactly how I wanted them, and then I glued them down with a mixture of hot glue and tacky glue. Originally, I just did the hot glue, but it didn't quite have the hold that I wanted, so I did go back in and add some tacky glue. And here is what this looks like. Totally customizable to your family. You could just use one board if you have a smaller family, or if you need to cut the board. You could use any type of fabric that you wanted for the hat and ribbons. Again, like I said, so super customizable, very fun. I really enjoyed making this project, and I hope that you like it as well. If you recreate this project and would like to show me, you can tag me on Instagram. Instagram link will be in the description box of my video. Time for our next idea. So for our next idea, we're going to use some more of those little mini canvases. This is so easy, fun, and customizable. Of course, you go ahead by unwrapping it. These ones come 3 to a pack, and they are a little bent sometimes, so I just bend them back and forth to kind of straighten them out a little. You can take a piece of craft paper or scrapbook paper that you like and just wrap the front of it. I just used a little hot glue on the sides, but you could also use clear tape if you have some. Unfortunately, my kids always use it up on me, but the little beads of hot glue work just fine. And then here is the front of my mini faux present. Now decorate it any way you like. I have this beautiful birchwood ribbon in my stash. I like to go after Christmas and buy ribbon at Walmart and different places for very cheap, so I'm not quite sure where this birchwood ribbon came from, but it just looks so cute. I kind of formed a cross shape with it, just gluing down on either side, and then I went over that with some buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree. I formed a little bow with my birchwood ribbon like so, kind of almost like a cancer awareness bow sort of, and then scrunch it in the middle. And then I tied the middle, well, I didn't tie it, I folded it over in hot glue, this little piece of buffalo check for the inside or the middle of the ribbon. Normally I do tie it and just put the little tie toward the back, so however you want to do it, it just kind of depends on how tight you want the middle of that bow to look, if that makes sense. And then I just took a couple little pieces of greenery that I had in my stash and just tucked them here and there until I got the look that I wanted. So I made a set of these. I did the other one with a ribbon going in the other direction. So one was long ways and one was width ways. I did pop a little star in one of them that I had in my stash. So really the sky is the limit for how you decorate these. They are so fun, perfect for a tier tray. You can put them on a little easel. Very, very customizable. I think they're absolutely adorable, and the sky is the limit on what you could create. Okay, let's get into our next idea. This one is super quick, so don't blink. I just added some more beautiful ribbon with pearls on it and a little bow that you can buy pre-made at Dollar General or Dollar Tree around Christmas time. So there is another idea. Okay, so for our next idea, grab up any size canvas that you like from Dollar Tree. I grabbed a large one, and you will also want some of the packing paper that they sell at Dollar Tree or brown craft paper. Wrap your canvas up in it. I just folded it around and glued it down on the back, but again, you could use clear tape or whatever you like. Once you have this done, just grab up any type of ribbon that you like. I cut a long piece to go lengthwise and glued it down on either side, and then I put a short piece across that, gluing it down on either side. I had some of this beautiful snowflake gift trim in my stash. I believe I got it at Hobby Lobby clearance last year, and I went ahead and put that on top of my pretty burlap ribbon. And I'm just going to create a bow by making 2 loops of the beautiful burlap ribbon and then folding that snowflake gift trim on top of it. And then I'm also going to cut some tails with the ribbon and also with the trim. I am going to scrunch all of these together and tie them very tightly so this can be the bow for my faux package. I think these packages are so fun. You could hang them on the wall. You could put them on a wooden easel that Dollar Tree also sells. You could do all kinds of things with them. They're so customizable. You don't have to use the craft paper. You could use wrapping paper. You could use bulletin board paper that Hobby Lobby sells. Any type of ribbon. You could have your children draw on them or help you customize them, put bows on them, stickers, whatever you like. Could be so fun. I just think it is awesome to have these. And also think about this, if you have a piece of wall art that you don't want to put away, you could wrap that up as well and then just take off the wrapping paper after the holiday season. So now I go ahead and glue this bow down on top of my little ribbon cross there. I glued a pretty snowflake that I had in my stash on top of my bow, and then I decided to scatter some snowflakes all over my package. These are the puffy ones. I believe they came from Hobby Lobby, and I trimmed a few of them so that I could just kind of put the edges up to the edge of my faux package here. Now Dollar Tree does sell larger, flatter snowflakes that would look adorable on a package. You could put all kinds of different ornaments or whatever you like on here. You could also add a faux gift tag or a real gift tag, whatever you like. So that was that idea. Let's move on to the next one. I honestly think this one is my favorite. I love it. So same concept. You have a large canvas or whatever size you like. I wrapped it in some bulletin board paper that I buy in a large roll from Hobby Lobby. Now I had a small Christmas tree that I use for outside decoration that my husband was saying that he wanted to throw away because it was starting to look a little sad. So I clipped off some of the branches from this Christmas tree, and I'm just forming a wreath on top of this faux package. So there's an idea. If you have a Christmas tree that looks sad and you're considering getting rid of it, or even a garland that you're considering kind of trashing, cut off a few of these cute little branches and just make a little wreath for a package, or even for your wall. You could attach these to a wreath form. So I'm just kind of going around in a circular shape. If you have a hard time forming a circular shape, you could even trace like a small dinner plate and then just put these little greenery pieces on top of your tracing. So I am just hot gluing in pieces until I feel like this is full enough and fluffy enough. So I'm just going around and around, and I am kind of tucking one end under the last one, if that makes sense, so that I have a nice kind of uniform look. And I do this a few times till I get a beautiful fluffy wreath, and then I'm going to be coming in with a few more things, but again, super customizable. You do not have to do what I do. But I had this adorable little ornament in my stash. I believe I got it at Michael's last year for just a few cents after Christmas. But again, Dollar Tree's ornaments are amazing, and they have deer heads as well. I'm just going to glue the parts of this that are going to touch my wreath. So a couple of places on the antlers and then at the bottom of the head there. And I'm going to press that down right there into that wreath. And then I have these cute little berry ties that I purchased at Hobby Lobby last year. And at first I was kind of wrapping them around the greenery, and then I got a little bit smarter and I just folded them in half, gave them a couple twists, added a tiny dab of hot glue, and just shoved them down into where I wanted them to go. And so there's a couple different options of how you could do that there. But I just added as many berries as I wanted to this beautiful wreath. So there I am with the hot glue, kind of twisting these and adding them in. I believe these are called pit berries, and Dollar Tree does sell pit berry garlands several times throughout the year in various different colors. Now I just tied a little bow with my Dollar Tree buffalo check ribbon, kind of just a little shoelace bow, and glued it down there at the bottom of my wreath. I last minute decided that I did want to put some ribbon on this package. So that is optional, and you could totally do it before you add the wreath. This was a last minute decision for me. So I just added a piece at the top and bottom to kind of make it look like it was there before the wreath was. And then I do the same thing width-wise. I just kind of measure where my little wreath is toward the end, and I glue it down on the back side. Then I cut one more piece and slide it under my deer's head, and just make sure that that line looks straight there. And here is my beautiful rustic woodland package. I absolutely love it. I think this is totally my favorite. And then after Christmas, if you want to remove everything, you still have a perfectly good canvas to use. Okay, next idea. Same concept. Grab whatever size canvas you like. This one is really fun. So wrap your canvas and then grab whatever size ribbon you like. I just used this little tag to get the length that I wanted for my little ribbon kind of flip overs here. I don't really know what to call that. We'll call it a loop. And then I'm just folding over each piece of ribbon. So just take a little template of however long you want your ribbon loops to be, and then just fold it over. I use a little bit of hot glue to secure the little folds. Now I am gluing this to a Dollar Tree poster board, not the foam board, but the thinner one, and I'm gluing them down in a tree shape. I'm doing 5 of them. I have the 2 on the ends kind of curving upward, and then I have a thinner ribbon, another birchwood ribbon that I am adding there in the middle, so I'm adding 4 of those. So how I'm going to be staggering this is I'm going to do 5 a little bit farther apart, and then 5 a little bit closer together, and then 4 a little bit farther apart, and then 4 a little bit closer together, all the way until I get to 1, and I'll just do 1. Between each layer, though, I do add a few strips of this thinner ribbon, which is totally optional, but I thought it just kind of fluffed my tree out a little bit. So I have 5 on the very bottom row spread out a little. My next 5 are kind of stacked on top of each other a little bit more until I get all the way to the top. Now, once you get all the way to the top and you are doing your 2s, you may need to fold the edges in a little bit just to kind of make sure that you are getting the pointy top look of a tree. So here I am kind of folding the edges in with a little bit of hot glue and gluing those down, and then I'll have my one on top. Again, you don't have to use a skinnier ribbon if you don't want to. I just thought it was pretty, but you could use whatever type of ribbon you like, and then a skinnier buffalo check. The sky is totally the limit, but for my thinner ribbon, I just kind of went 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. So I started with 4 instead of 5. Then I just cut around the ribbon and cut out that poster board there. Then I'm just going to stick that down onto my prepared little faux package. Now, once that was down, of course, I did decide that it needed some more of these small little ribbon loops just to kind of fluff it out and shape it a little bit more. I was really flying by the seat of my pants on this one. I had an idea and I just made it come to life. So all the way up on each row, I just tucked another little piece of ribbon on either side. You can kind of see how I did that there. But again, so customizable. Pop a little bow on top, a couple embellishments. I put a star and a pearl, and you don't have to use as much ribbon as I did. You can totally play with this. You don't have to fill out the sides like I did. I just kind of love the way that looks, and I just thought it looked a little bit better. But here's an idea for you if you have some beautiful ribbon that you would like to showcase. All right, so here is a little idea with one of the canvases. If you have a small, tiny little canvas left over that come in a 3-pack, you could take some beautiful buffalo check ribbon. I don't know. This is buffalo check, right? I get so confused with the different things that look the same but have different names. However, I fold my ribbon around either way, and I didn't even have to wrap this little package. I added an adorable little gnome from Dollar Tree, and I believe that ribbon was from Dollar General. I put a tiny little bow on my gnome, and that's how easy this one is. I think it will be so adorable in a tier tray or anywhere you like on a mini easel. So tons of options, tons of ideas for you guys. The sky is really the limit. You could get so fun with these, so customizable. You could even add your children's pictures on them if it's for grandparents, whatever you like. I hope this video gave you some ideas. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and let's give you a good look at my shirt here. Oh my God, Santa, I know him. Okay, a last minute look at all of our canvas ideas, our little gnome Santa idea, our little faux presents, and then the larger snowflake present idea. So inexpensive, so fun, our beautiful ribbon tree, and our rustic woodland Christmas package. I hope you enjoyed all these DIYs. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, friends.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.